Welcome back to AquaSea Healing Frequency Podcast. I'm Meiji and I'm honored to continue this journey with you. This time, flowing with the sacred cycles of nature. Living in Rhythm is a 4-part exploration of how to live, heal, and expand in harmony with the Earth's seasons. Just as the tides rise and fall, we too move through rest, growth, release, and renewal. This season, we tune into the wisdom of the wheel. Spring's awakening, summer's radiance, autumn's letting go, and winter's quiet return. Through energy, intuition, and rituals, we'll explore how to plant seeds of intention, shine in our fullness, release with grace, restore in stillness. This isn't about forcing change, it's about listening to the rhythms that already live within you. You are nature, you are sacred rhythm. Each episode is an invitation to slow down, reconnect, and realign with your own intuitive cycles, guided by Earth's wisdom. So take a breath, feel your feet on the earth, sense the seasons you're in, and let's walk this spiral path together. Welcome back, Radiant Souls, to Season 2, Living in Rhythm. In our last episode, we stood at the heart of the sun, Litha, the summer solstice. We breathe with the stars, integrate light and shadow, and remember that the solstice is not just a date, it's a field where sacred action is born from inner coherence. Today we move deeper. We move from cosmic alignment to embodied sovereignty, from sacred action to divine confidence. We now turn our gaze inward to the radiant core of our being, the Solar Plexus. This episode is your invitation to transform your inner sun into outer radiance, letting your light become your presence. Trust your instinct, learn to discern between fear and aligned guidance. Reclaim your sovereignty, standing in your truth without needing external validations. Co-creating with clarity, letting your light guide your steps, not your ego. Embody confidence, not as a performance, but as a stable field of self-trust that radiates outward. You're not here to prove your light. You are here to radiate it. So take a deep breath. Feel your feet on the earth, your spine reaching for the sky, and your solar plexus gently warming. Ask yourself, what part of me is ready to stand in its full light today? Let's begin. From inner sun to outer radiance, the solar plexus as your embodied light. In episode 29, we lit up the inner sun with your solar plexus. In episode 30, we extended that light to the cosmic dance of Litha, the summer solstice, where inner coherence becomes sacred action. Now, we explore how that light becomes visible presence in the world. Your solar plexus is not just a power center. It is the seat of your embodied light. It is where your truth becomes your presence. Think of it like this. When your solar plexus is coherent, you don't need to prove your light. You simply radiate it. This is not about being loud or flashy. It's about being stable, clear, and unapologetic in who you are. To feel this in your body, gently place your palms over your solar plexus, just above your navel where your ribs meet. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, feel a soft warmth beginning to pulse from the center. This is your inner sun, now ready to shine outward. When your solar plexus is balanced, you stand taller with a grounded grace. Your voice carries resonance, not strain. Your boundaries are clear, not porous. You attract what aligns with your truth, not what drains your field. It's not about trying to shine. It's about allowing your light to shine through you. This is the essence of divine confidence, a field you carry, not a mask you wear. Trust your instinct, the inner compass of the solar plexus. Your solar plexus is not just a power center, it is also your inner compass, the seat of your intuition, your gut wisdom, and your instinct. Have you ever felt a knot in your stomach when something was off? Or a wave of clarity that came from nowhere? That's your solar plexus speaking. It's not always loud. Sometimes it's a whisper. Sometimes it's warmth. Sometimes it's subtle tightening. The key is to learn to listen. But how do you know if it's fear or truth? Fear often tightens your body, speeds up your breath, makes you contract or defend. Truth, even when challenged, often softens your field, slows your breath, creates a sense of quiet clarity even if it's uncomfortable. Your solar plexus is designed to help you discern. It's not about ignoring fear, it's about listening through it. Here's an example. I experienced this firsthand after finishing yoga teacher training. I put myself on the teaching schedule at the studio I led, Yoga 7. It felt like the right step, a built-in community, a familiar space. But on my very first day of teaching, butterflies swarmed my stomach. Thoughts floods in. What do I think I'm doing? I don't know how to guide. What if I mess up? Even though I came prepared, minutes before class, my mind went blank. No sequence, no flow. As I sat on my mat in front of the class, I took a deep breath. I calmed my field and I came back into my center. I listened and a thought came. Just guide from your heart. That was the moment my solar plexus spoke with clarity. I let go of the need to perform. I let go of the script and I taught from my truth. And that's how I've taught my class ever since. Now that your inner compass is calibrated and you've learned to listen to the quiet clarity of your solar plexus, it's time to step fully into your light, not with performance, but with sovereign presence. The solar plexus and sacred action, co-creating with clarity. In episode 30, we spoke about sacred action, how we co-create with the cosmos and how we align our will with the greater rhythm. Now we move beyond the idea of sacred action and into visible expression. We ground it into embodied will, not just as an inner state, but as an outward radiance. Your solar plexus is not just a power center, it is the engine of sacred doing. Yes, but more than that, it is the mirror through which your light becomes seen. It transforms intention into aligned presence. This is not about forcing action, it's about acting from coherence, not compulsion, and letting the coherence shine through your choices. When your solar plexus is clear, your light doesn't just guide your steps, it reflects back to the world, inviting others into their own clarity. It's not your ego driving, it's your truth becoming visible. How do you know if your action is sacred? It feels clear, not chaotic. It feels expansive, not contracted. It serves the whole, not just the self. And most uniquely to this episode, it allows you to be seen without needing to perform. Sacred action is not always grand. It can be a quiet boundary. It can be a bold declaration. It can be a simple act of kindness. What matters is that it comes from a place of inner alignment and it carries the unmistakable signature of your divine confidence. Here is another example. Over the years, as I grew as a yoga teacher and learned to hold space, individuals would come up to me and share that they were inspired by my presence. So much so that they decided to join a yoga teacher training themselves. I didn't realize it at the time, but by simply choosing to live my life's purpose, I became a mirror through which my light became seen, allowing others to step into their own clarity. I didn't need to convince them. I didn't need to perform. My coherence was enough to reflect their own potential back to them. Back to your practice. To practice sacred action with divine confidence, Pause before you move. Place your hands on your solar plexus. Ask, is this action coming from my light or my need to prove? Breathe, then act, not from urgency, but from clarity, and let your presence speak before your words. When your solar plexus is coherent, your action becomes co-creation with the cosmos. You don't just do, you become a mirror of divine will, reflecting light back to those who are ready to see it in themselves. Embodied confidence is not just a mindset, it's a field. True confidence is not a performance, it's a resonance state. A stable field of self-trust that radiates outward. It's not about never feeling fear. It's about trusting your field enough to let it move through you and still return to your light. Embodied confidence is not loud. It is clear. It is not demanding. It is present. It is not a mask you wear. It is a field you inhabit. When your solar plexus is coherent, your confidence doesn't come from what you do. It comes from who you are when you're not trying to be anything else. Here are some practices to ground embodied confidence in the body. Posture of presence. Stand or sit with your spine straight, shoulders relaxed, and solar plexus open. Imagine a golden light radiating from your center. This posture doesn't just look confident, it feels confident because it aligns your field. Breath of stability. Breathe slowly and deeply into your belly and chest. Let your breath fill your entire torso, expanding your solar plexus. This stabilizes your nervous system and grounds your emotional field. Sound activation. Hum, tone, or chant a simple sound like om or ah. Let the vibration resonate in your solar plexus. Sound helps to stabilize your field and activate your inner compass. Mirror gaze. Look into your own eyes in a mirror for 1 to 3 minutes. Notice your presence. See your light without judgment. This practice helps you recognize your own radiance without needing external validations. How to radiate confidence without needing to prove anything. Listen more than you speak. When you listen deeply, you hold space. That presence is more powerful than any words. Hold your center, even when challenged. If someone questions you, pause. Place your hands on your solar plexus. Breathe. Respond from clarity, not reaction. Trust your gut. It's your inner compass. Your intuition speaks through your body. Learn to distinguish between fear, tightness, urgency, and truth, softness, quiet clarity. Serve without seeking recognition. When you act from service, your light shines naturally. You don't need to prove your worth. Your coherence speaks for you. Here is another live example. I remember a time when I closed down my yoga studio. I was at a crossroad, a moment of deep uncertainty, loss, and the unknown. Emotion rose, fear, sadness, even anger. But instead of pushing them away, I let them move through my body. I cried, I shook, I let the wave pass. Then I took a deep breath, returned to my center, and took one step at a time. People around me kept asking, "How are you so calm and collected?" And I would reply, "Well, you didn't see me 5 minutes ago. I was crying my eyes out." This was not about being emotionless. It's about letting my body guide, processing what needs to move, and then returning to coherence. Even in the face of the unknown, I didn't bottle it up. I felt, I release, I return. That to me is embodied confidence in action. It's not about never feeling fear. It's about trusting your field enough to let it move through you and still return to your light. We have journeyed deep into the solar plexus, the engine of sacred action, the mirror of divine confidence. We have remembered that true power is not control, but coherence, not performance, but presence, not forced but field. You are not here to prove your light. You are here to radiate it. And when you do, the world just doesn't see you. It sees itself reflecting in your clarity. Take a moment now. Place your hands on your solar plexus. Breathe. Then ask yourself, where in my life am I still trying to earn my light? What would it feel like to simply radiate instead of proof? What secret action is my field inviting me to take, not for recognition, but for coherence? Let the answer arise not as thoughts, but as resonance in your body. Let's seal this field with 3 ohms, each one resonating from your solar plexus, expanding your light outward. First ohm for clarity of will and sacred action. Second ohm for embodied confidence and self-trust. Third ohm for radiating your unique light into the world. Place one palm over your heart, the other over your solar plexus. Take a deep breath in. Palms together to your third eye. May your light be unshakable. May your presence be unmistakable. And may your action flow from coherence, not compulsion. Namaste. You are the sun. You are the flame. You are the light that was never lost. On our next episode, living with an open heart, the dance of courage and vulnerability. Tending the heart chakra in the season of exposure. We'll move higher into the heart chakra and explore coherence as the heart's true function. Learn how to radiate love without depletion, how to hold both courage and tenderness in the same breath, and how vulnerability becomes a pathway to deeper connection. We'll also reflect on how lived experience opens the heart to its highest service. Until we meet again, in stillness, in coherence, in light. Bye. Thank you for journeying with me through another episode of AquaSea Healing Frequency Podcast. May today's reflections help you feel more connected to the earth beneath you, the seasons you are in, and the sacred rhythm that lives within your soul. As we learn to live in tune with nature's cycles, we remember that healing isn't linear. It's a spiral, a dance, a deepening. If this episode resonated with your heart, please subscribe, share it with a loved one who might need it, and leave a comment. I truly love hearing how these frequencies land for you. You can connect with me on Instagram and YouTube at AquaSea Healing Frequency, or explore more healing tools and resources through my course on Thinkific. Let the earth be your guide, and may your journey unfold in perfect rhythm. Until next time, may you move with grace, grow with intention, and always come home to your center. With love, Meiji.